now. So today is January 25th, it's 2013, and this is a webinar, it's a members-only webinar, and I'm going to show you guys some powerful new upgrades to your system, killer ways to use them to go get listings, right, to go get listings. So some powerful new upgrades to your system and some really powerful new ways to go use them. That's going to be fun. All right. So with that, before we get into your new upgrades and how to go use them, I want to show you a picture of something. I do. I want you to get a concept. I can show it to you here. Yeah. Let's do it here. Here is the newsletter for February. This is the February welcome mat, right? It's February edition of the welcome mat. It's not the inside pages. It's just the front cover and the back cover. Right, so it's my newsletter right here. And then next to it over here, printed out on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, is a picture of my website, right? I just printed my website on a piece of paper. See how that works? Just print it out on a piece of paper. You guys can all do that with your website. You can just print screen. You can print your website, right? So what I can do is, you guys know that the newsletter is a 4-page newsletter, right? And you know, it folds in half, and it's a 4-page newsletter. I'm just not showing you the inside pages. And you know that you can, in 2 folds, it goes out the size of a little postcard, goes out in the mail like that, right? Or you can hand it out. Handing it out is a great way to do it. All right. So we've got this newsletter, and you know that I could print a picture of my website, and I could just insert it into my newsletter, and I can go hand out my website. Okay, that's a great way to get my website out into the world, particularly if it's a community-specific website like mine is for 4S Ranch, right? I can insert a picture of my website into my newsletter, and I can send it out that way, just so you can know that, right? I can also fold my newsletter up and stick it in an envelope and put a Post-it note on it. It says, take a look. I know you'll love the information I put together for you, right? I could put it on that. I could fold it up and stick it in an envelope, and I can mail it to people, too. Right. I don't have to wait for people to go onto the internet and find my website. I can mail them my website. I can hand it to them as well. Right. So I want you guys to just kind of conceptually get that. Because listen, I can also print out my website like this on a piece of paper in color, really nice, and I can laminate it. Right? And I can use it as a talking reference point. Like when I'm knocking on doors talking to people, I can say, hey, let me show you guys something here. And I can actually point out things on this to them. Okay, so you guys got that as a concept, right? And then, so I'm going to just close this now. And so let's go back to where we were. All right, today we're going to come together for a little bit, and I'm going to show you some really powerful new upgrades to your website and some really cool things that you can do with it. And then I'm going to show you how to go do those things, right? Now, the thing that I just showed you, and by the way, welcome to those of you who are just joining us. You're just logging in. We just started a couple minutes ago, so you've already missed some good stuff, obviously. But we're recording, and we're going to send this out to everybody on Monday, so you know the stuff that you've missed, if you're just getting here, you'll be able to watch again. Okay, so right now I want you guys to know that I'm logged into your back office. You all have a back office just like this, right? So I'm logged into your back office, and if you were not yours literally, but if you were to log into your back office, it would look exactly like mine, except you wouldn't have, you know, these pages. You have a stealth site, right? So you'd log into your back office, and it would look just like this. There's a change coming today. It hasn't happened just yet, but for now on, you can actually log into your back office sometime this afternoon from your website, right? You'll have a little thing that'll say log in, and you could just go over here and you could log into your back office. You won't need to go to Simple Listing Solutions to log in. You can just do it from your own website, and that's going to come into effect today, probably this afternoon, if not tonight. Okay, so in your back office, what I'm going to show you guys today is a couple of cool things. This is one of them, Customize Website Menu, this link right here. Okay, Upload Documents is a new link in your back office. All right, Upload Documents, Customize Website Menu is a new link. There's also a new link back here called Rick's 2% Listing Getter Letter. Okay, and one of us, a member who's out in Michigan, Rick Geese, just a world-class guy. He's a RE/MAX agent out there, and he's just a go-getter. He does good business, and he's a sharp tool. Not a tool, but he's sharp. I'm picturing in my mind my listing getting tool shed that I talk about. I'm like, if he's out there in it, he's like the sharpest one there. right? He's somebody that y'all would probably want to know and work with on a transaction too. But Rick has graciously shared his letter with you that he's been generating a 2% response rate with in the last 30, 60 days out in Michigan. And if you log into your back office, you can just click on it, right? Like I'm going to right now, right? And you can open up Rick's letter, and you guys can all take a look at it. It's in your back office. And I want you to understand that the concept, right? Here's a cover letter that you guys can all go look at, right? And as you scroll through, and don't forget to notice the final notice, red stamp. As you scroll through, that's the backside, you're going to see that what Rick did was he just printed out his website like I just showed you guys. Right? He printed out his website on a piece of paper, right? Upside down in your Michigan home or your investment property, I'll help you save it or avoid foreclosure. Right? Like he's not waiting for people to find his website. He's mailing it to very specific lists. Like you can't just mail this to anybody, right? He's getting lists. And you guys can't purchase 30, 60-day late lists anymore, can you? I mean, you might be able to get your hands on them, but you can't. Right? You can't buy those things and mail to those people. It's not legal. Right? So you might have to connect with your title rep or a lender or somebody and go look for 80-15-5 purchase loans or 90-10 purchase loan people, right? That purchase in a certain price point, a certain time, in your area, right? And get good lists, right? Get foreclosure lists. So here's his letter, and it's back here for you guys to preview. Okay, and you could build your own right from the site. The last page he slipped in here was a CDPE form. If you're not CDPE, don't worry about it. You can make something similar, right? It's just all the CDPE does is compare foreclosures to short sales in terms of how many points off your credit report and how many years it takes to recover from it, right? You could make something, right? But what I do want you to note is that his envelope, it's 8.5 by 5, right? Like a large size postcard envelope. Right? Stamped final notice on the front, and check it out. He has these custom made, right, in his area, right? This is his envelope. So it looks like an overnight express envelope, right? So he's sending his website out in an overnight express envelope, and in the stacking order, right, the bottom page, and stamped final notice, the bottom page and printed on blue paper is this little CDPE form, right? On top of that, printed on yellow paper, is this press release about his book, right? Very easy to put together. We can assist you in that. Not hard to do. You can copy, right? You got the tools. And then his website, right? Printed on yellow paper. Not bright yellow paper, but it's like a yellow kind of butter, like a butter sort of creamy kind of yellow, right? And so he's got his website printed out, right? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then he's got a cover letter, front and back. So this is the back. There's nothing on it. Right. And then here's the front of his cover letter. And you guys can all come look at this because it's in your back office now. Right. It's just called Rick's 2% listing getter letter. Okay. So will that be helpful to you guys? If that'll be helpful to you guys, would everybody just click on the little arrow thing and say, yes, that's super helpful? If you do that, then I'll continue to, like, when you guys make really cool things and you're willing to share, because you guys are so spread out. You guys are so spread out all over the place. You don't really need, I'm not going to let you guys bump elbows into each other, right? I wouldn't let that happen anyway. And if it did, it would be very accidental, and you guys ought to get along with each other if you got somebody in your neighborhood, but I don't think you do, right? So, okay, good. Everybody likes that. That sounds like that's a pretty acceptable thing across the board. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Excuse me while I mute myself while I cough. Listen, because some of you guys are clicking on the wrong buttons. If at any time you have a comment or a question, click on the arrow icon that you guys have. And the only reason you won't see a little arrow icon, maybe you're on an Apple, like an iPad or something, but if you're on a regular PC or a computer, you should have a little arrow icon. Clicking on it opens up a dialog box that allows you to type in your questions and just hit enter, and it sends them right over to me. Right. So every now and again, I'll look through and I'll see what you guys are commenting on. But so first thing I shared with you guys was this concept of printing out your newsletter. Like, why wait for somebody to find you on the internet? Why don't you send it to them? Right. And then I showed you that actually happening successfully right now in action. Right. 2% response rate, 1 in 50. Not bad. Not bad. To his list. Right. So get a good list. And then make your site really good, And I'm going to show you how to do that too, because we've got this new link over here called Customize Website Menu. And I'm just going to demonstrate sort of what it does for you. You all have it. I'm going to click on it. Okay. What I want you to know is here's my website at Expert Home Assist. I've got all these pages on it. And in my back office, you can actually see these are all the pages that are currently showing on my website if you go and look at my website. These are pages that I have parked in the garage. Right? If you go to my website, you can't see them. Right. If I wanted you to see them, I could drag them over. Right. So, for example, maybe I'm building a page called My Listings, and I'm not ready to show it to you yet. You know, tonight I'm going to upload some listings and stuff onto it, and then tomorrow I'm going to put some new content, and then in a couple days I'll be ready. And then when I'm ready, you know, when it's ready for the world, I can just take my page and I can just drag it over. Okay, and I could put it wherever I want. So I could put my listings page like right next to Search the MLS. Right. And then that's where it would be in the stacking order. So if I click Save Changes, and if I go back to my website and I reload, you'll see that I've now got my listings right here. Okay, so that's what I can do over here. Right, that's what I can do over here. Now I'm going to take the My Listings page away for a moment, and I'm going to let you know that we're working on a new page for you for HARP 3.0 because that's coming pretty quickly. And when it's designed, it's going to be a lead capture page. Like I'll bring this over, click Save Changes. And now I'm going to reload. And this is not the page we built for you guys, so don't go crazy. We're going to build something better. But see this HARP 3.0 page here? We're going to build you some kind of a lead capture thing over here like this for HARP 3.0. Okay, it's in the process right now. All right, so I'm going to take this away. When it's done, your page will just automatically be on your available menu items, and if you want it to show on your website, you can just come drag it over. Okay, and we're going to make that page for you. I've already made some pages for you. You might not be aware, for instance, that I made you a page called Nosey Neighbors. I'm going to show it to you in a minute and how it works to get listings. All right. But before I do that, I want to show you guys something else in your back office. Okay, so far I've shown you that well, there's a 2% listing getter letter page right here, and that there's a new link called Customize Your Menu, meaning move pages back and forth. Okay. On the Customize Website Content page, however, there's something cool that's new. So let's go look at that. Okay, I'm going to click Customize Website Content. And so here's all my pages to my website. And you guys know if you want to edit your website pages, this is where you do it. For instance, like my home page, it says Forest Ranch, right? And if I didn't want it to say that, this is where I would change it. I would just go to my home page and click Edit, right? And then that's where I would just retype in the name of some other community, right? You know, what do I want it to say? I can just type it in, right? So this is where we edit our website, right back here. Okay, so I clicked on, which link did I click on? I clicked on my Customize Website Content link. All right, now I want you guys to know that you can rename your pages, right? So for instance, my home page doesn't have to be called homepage, right? My Get $30,000 to Short Sale, if I come up with a better name, I can rename it. And this is where I would do it. Like my home page, I could come over here and say rename. All right, I just click on that little link, rename. Things are kind of happening slowly here at the moment. And I could just type in a new name and click submit, right? So I could call it Home Sweet Home, right? Home Sweet Home or Home by the Sea, right? And I could just click submit. And if I go back to my website and reload, right? Now it has a new page name. Okay. So that means I can move these pages in any stacking order that I want, and I can name them anything that I want, right? So that's kind of a new upgrade for you guys. Now, I'm going to put it back to home page because I don't like Home by the Sea. All right, so I'm just going to delete that, and I'm going to click Submit and go back to the way things were. All right. Something I want to show you. So I'm going to go back to Main Menu here. On my website, let's get rid of Home by the Sea. On my website, I've got some pages showing that you have, but they're probably not showing on your website yet. One of them is called Get $30,000 to Short Sale. I'm going to click on that. All right. Now, on this page, there's an article from CNN Money Online that says Bank of America is offering some struggling homeowners payments of up to $30,000 if they short sale their homes. Right? And it says, can't get your loan modified, don't qualify for a HARP 2.0 refinance. Discover how I help people stay in their underwater home as long as possible with no foreclosure and get a fresh start with relocation assistance. Right. And then here's your blue book. And then here's a headline. Excuse me one moment, I'm going to mute myself while I try not to cough. Okay, so here's a headline that says Bank of America pays up to $30,000 in relocation assistance to underwater homeowners who short sale and avoid foreclosure. How much will your lender pay? I'll help you stay in your home as long as possible and fight to get you cash for your fresh start. Right? And then if they click on this video, there's a video of me right here saying, hey, I'm so glad you came over here to this website. Did you know Bank of America pays up to $30,000 cash relocation assistance to upside-down homeowners facing foreclosure who cooperate with a short sale in order to avoid foreclosure? That's right, free money. No equity in the house. You've been living there for a year without making a payment. Here's $30,000 in no foreclosure. Thanks for cooperating. Like, why would they do that? Other lenders are doing it too. They're not the only lender doing that. Citibank, I've heard $20,000, $25,000, $40,000. Chase, right? So in this video, what I'm telling people is, as a real estate agent and a foreclosure alternatives advisor who specializes in short sales, if you don't qualify for a HARP loan mod, for a HARP refi or a HAMP loan mod, I can help you stay in that home as long as possible, right? We'll get that foreclosure date postponed. And if there's cash available, I'm going to go find it, right? So you guys can get a fresh start. That's what I'm saying in this video right here. Okay. And you guys all have this page. The reason it's not showing on your website right now is because it's over on the menu bar parked off on the left-hand side, like where we just were. And it's got me in it. And you don't want me on your website. You want you, right? So I've got a script for you, and you can make your own video, right? Okay. So how's it sound so far? Questions so far? Anything we covered, you guys, so we can just be clear about this stuff? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Let me back up. So regarding the letter, why final notice inside the mailer? It was just showing through. So on the cover letter, he stamped it on the cover letter and on the outside, right? I don't know, but he's getting a 2% response rate, so I would just mimic it, right? Maybe if you stamp it all over the place, you'll get a 3% response letter. I don't know, but I wouldn't question. I just copy it. And you guys, you can all go to Staples and get a final notice stamp. If they don't have one already made, you can just order a stamp, right? Office Depot or something. So the envelope from Rick is 8.5 by, no, it's like half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, right? So that would be 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, that's what the envelope is, 8.5 by 5.5. Large size postcard style, right? And if I'm not right on the measurement, I'm pretty darn close. You guys can imagine that. And then the envelope itself is one side, or is it two separate envelopes? No, it's one envelope. One side is colored. It says Overnight Express, and then the other side is just white, and that's where he put the stamp and the label and all that stuff. Okay, so how do you add a picture from the back office? Okay, that's real easy. I'll show you that. Is this being recorded so we can? Yep, it sure is. Bank of America now up to $45,000. Thank you, David. It says I saw on CDP interview with Bank of America Vice President $45,000. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit that right in front of your eyes, make it easy. Where is the script? It's in your back office. How do we change out the video? I'll show you. Where do you find script? I make it for you. Thanks. You're welcome. All right. So let's move on. But before we move on, let me make a change to my back office. Okay. Make sure I'm working on the stealth site. I'm going to click Customize Website Content. I'm going to go down to my Get $30,000 page, click Edit, and I'm going to now make that $45,000, right? $45,000 according to the Bank of America Vice President. Submit. So let's go back to my website, right? Reload. And we're going to see that it now says 45,000, but I'm also going to have to change the name of my page. So I'm going to go over here to Menu. Right, when this thing's done, click it, and I'm going to click Customize Website Content. And I'm going to go down to that page again. Here it is, Get 30,000. I'm going to click Rename, and I'm going to just make this say Get 45,000. Right, and I'm going to click Submit. And now let's go back to my website and reload. And so now I've got Get $45,000 to short sale. Thanks. That was a real good upgrade to my website you just made there, by the way. Okay, so you've all got this new page now, and you need to make a video, and I'm going to show you how. All right, so let's move past the $45,000 page. You all also have a HARP 2.0 refi help page, right? And this is what mine looks like. It says, "Oh, more than your home is worth, can't afford the payments. I'll help you refinance under the government HARP 2.0 program and reduce your monthly payments by as much as 50% so you can keep your home for free." Right? This is my mortgage broker, Tom Jacobs. He's a great guy. Is he the world's best HARP 2.0 expert? I don't know. But the HARP 2.0 guidelines are basic. 31% debt to income ratio, you're still employed, right? Is it a Fannie or a Freddie loan? I think there's one more I'm leaving out, but they're pretty basic, right? Any good mortgage professional can do a HARP 2.0 refi if they qualify. Do they want to? Not really, but it doesn't matter to Tom because Tom's in it to win it. He's my mortgage guy. He gets my buyer business. He's my mortgage guy. Right? A lot of mortgage people out there want to have relationships with realtors. They're not hard to find, and he's mine. Right? So I built this page, right? And I've already built one for you guys too. All you have to do is get a picture of your mortgage guy, his name, their logo, right, and insert it. It's all done for you other than that. And if you need help, I'll help you. Right? But you guys have to get your HARP 2.0 help page together, and I'll tell you why. Let's go down here a little bit further. It says, Tom's helped dozens of families who were told they wouldn't qualify under HARP guidelines get qualified and save their homes. And then it says, take 10 minutes to call and speak with Tom. He'll help you find out pretty quickly whether you qualify, and if not, what you might be able to do about it. It's a free phone call and a free service. Right? Free phone call, free service, nothing to sell you. Right? Just save your home. If he can get you qualified, it's a second expert opinion. If you've already been told you don't qualify, why wouldn't you call him? It's free. Plus, hey, he's a certified foreclosure alternatives advisor who specializes in helping people refi under HARP, and he's already helped dozens of people who were told they wouldn't qualify get qualified. It's a free phone call, nothing to sell you. Why not give him a call? Right? In fact, if you watch this video that my mortgage guy put together, it's real short. It just says, "Hi, my name's Tom. How's it going? Listen, thanks for coming over here. Don't be afraid to talk to me. I can help you. Give me a call." Basically. Right? And the reason I put video, right? The reason I use video is because video converts. Video converts. The reason video converts is because when people can see your face and hear your voice and hear your tone, they can imagine themselves talking to you on the telephone much more easily. Right? They can see themselves, oh, if I call this guy up, I can see where he's sitting right now. I might get him at his home office or something. I can see who I'm talking to. Oh, that's easy. Okay. Nothing to sell me anyway. It's a free phone call and it's a free service. And he's a foreclosure alternatives advisor. I like that. Okay, I'm going to call this guy up. And here's a link to his website, by the way. Okay. All this stuff is very important for a variety of reasons. Right? We're moving loan modification minnows upstream and we're converting them into short sale salmon. Right? This is just one way to do it. Right? This is one place to send loan modification minnows to. They're going to come over here trying to get their loan to save their home through a HARP refi because they don't qualify for a loan mod already. Right? What happens with these people is they talk to Tom, and if they can get refi, great. We all win. They're advocates for life. He does a refi, they save their home. Woohoo! Right? But 70%, they're not going to qualify. And Tom has to tell them that. He says, hey, you guys, here's why you're not going to qualify, and this is why the loan mod is not going to go anywhere for you. Boom, boom. And then you know what they say? They say, well, listen, Mr. Mortgage Professional who specializes in HARP, who doesn't sell houses and doesn't breathe in any commission breath on us for a short sale, what do you recommend we do? And you know what Tom says? Call Chris. You guys don't let the bank foreclose on you. You guys call Chris, do a short sale. He can help you stay in that home as long as possible and maybe get paid cash to move out. Right? That's the process. Right? He's my mortgage guy. You guys see how that works? Now, how do I get people to come here? Well, in your back office, you guys know you've got Craigslist ads. Right? HARP ones. You got HARP Craigslist ads. Right? And you could point these Craigslist ads to any page of your website. Right? You don't want somebody to click on this ad and land on your home page, because if they click on this ad, save my home with HARP, and they land on your home page and it's not about saving their home with HARP, they hit the back browser and they leave. Right? So when you run these ads, you've got to make sure that they're pointed to the right page, right? Right here, HARP 2.0 refi help, right? Then this little code down here just changed. Right? Now I can take this code and I can go paste it in Craigslist, and when they click on this, they'll meet Tom and they'll call him up. But here's the thing you guys need to know. You go post this ad, you can't post this in the rental section, and that's where you want it. On Craigslist, you want this in the rentals. And you can't post this in rentals. It's not a rental. Right? But what if you did this? What if you guys made a rental ad? Right? What if you made a rental ad and you incorporated the Harp 2 ad right into it? You could, because check this out. In your back office, you also have another new tool that we've given you for free. I told you guys I was going to come at you like a fire hose, right? It's called it says download screenshot program right here. Download screenshot program. It's a free download. You can download it. It's a safe, free download. It will allow you to do things like this. Like I've already downloaded it. Here it is. I'm going to right click on this little thing down here. Then I'm going to click where it says capture region. And I'm going to take a picture of this picture. Right? I'm going to take a picture of that picture. Right? And I'm going to say save as, right? Test, right? Save as test. Done, right? So that's all I did. Why did I do that? Because I'm going to show you guys something. Let's just open up a blank piece of paper here, right? Blank piece of paper. Get rid of these little boxes. And let's just insert that picture that I just took. Let's just click on Insert, Picture. And I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to say Test. There it is. All right. So I'm going to say Open. Okay. So here's a picture of that picture. I just took a picture of a picture, and there it is, right? So why couldn't I take a picture of a house, right? And then take a picture of my Craigslist ad and put a picture of my Craigslist ad on top of a picture of a house, right? Why couldn't I do this? Why couldn't I say Insert Text Box, right? Insert Text Box. And then I could just come over here. Whoops. Text box. This insert text box? Yeah. Insert text box, right? And right here I could type for rent. Right? And I could make a rental ad. You know, I could make a rental ad. It wouldn't be hard to start making an ad. Right? So I can make my own ads and put things in them, right? Using the screen capture thing that I just made. Right? Now you're thinking to yourself, that looks kind of complicated, but really it's not. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to say don't save. It's not complicated because in your training and resource section where it says click training videos, if you click on this and you scroll down here, there's a video called Creating Craigslist Ads. And it shows you exactly how to create your own Craigslist ads very easily. Right? Like you could create an ad that says get $45,000 to short sale your home. Click here to find out how. This will show you how to do that, right? And then when you make that ad, do you know what you could do with it? Watch. This is a new upgrade to your back office. All right. So I took a picture a minute ago and I saved it. I called it test and I saved it on my desktop. Remember that? Let's pretend that picture I took, that's my ad. That's a Craigslist ad and it's ready to go. Okay. So what I can now do, and you can do the same thing, is I can click over here where it says upload images. Upload images, and I'm going to say add another image, right? So it's asking me to, okay, well, choose a file. So I'm going to click on this, right? I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to choose test. All right, I'm going to say, here's a new Craigslist ad I just made. All right, I'm just going to upload. I'm going to say open, and I'm going to say upload image. All right, so here it is. There's that ad. I just uploaded it. All right. So all I did was I made an ad and I uploaded it. Now I'm going to show you guys something. Let's go back to menu. All right, menu. And let's go back to my Craigslist ads. And what you're going to see is that ad that I just made, it's back here. It's back here with the rest of my Craigslist ads. In fact, any image that I now upload into my back office automatically ends up over here in my Craigslist ads. And I'll show you what I mean. We're going to scroll down here and find it through all this stuff here in a moment. All right, here's a get paid $30,000. Here it is. Here's the image ad we just uploaded. Isn't that it? No, maybe it's a little bit further. Boy, I got a lot of stuff in here. Okay, here it is. All right. So I'm unmuted. You guys can hear me now? Okay. Now watch this. Here's the ad I just uploaded. What page do I want it to go? When people click on it, what page do I want them to go to? Save Your Home with Harp 2.0, right? So I can just come over here and I can just copy this code, and I can just copy it, and I can go paste this ad. Now I can paste it into the rentals in Craigslist, right? And it's not going to get flagged. People are going to go for rent, Lakeside Terrace, 5-bedroom, 4-bath, click on property picture for details, right, with the heart, click, and now I can send them over to my website. But, you know, not to be a game player, I probably ought to build a rental page over there and have some of these rentals uploaded onto the page. Wouldn't be a bad idea, right? So I'm going to circle through the question lot right now. I don't want to get too far ahead of a bunch of questions, right? So every now and again, I told you guys I would do this. You wrote, we found it the other day. So here's a website for the envelopes that you can share with the group. Oh, thank you so much, Wendy. So Wendy knows where you guys can get those Overnight Express envelopes made. It says we found it the other day, and it's at www.signshopper, S-A-G-N, signshopper.net, right? But then she's got /store, / you know, product, something else. But it looks like it's just signshopper.net. Go over to signshopper.net and they make the envelopes. Okay, so thanks. That's a great place. Scott and I found it the other day. That's awesome. Signshopper.net. That helps. That's so cool. You and Dave are awesome. Thanks. You can also get them at envelopes.com. Okay, thanks, you guys. You can get those at envelopes.com. All right, so let's get out of here, all these images. What I just showed you was that now you've got, well, two things. You've got a screen capture program that you can just download, and it allows you, again, you can just click capture region, and you can just take a picture of anything. Take a picture of anything, right? Save that as a picture, right? No, I don't want to save it. But look, I could go over here to Control-T. I'm going to show you guys this in action, right? I go over here to Facebook, right? I'm going to go to my Short Sale Coaching Club Facebook page, right? You might come over here one day and like be looking around on somebody's Facebook page and see something like this. I can go, oh, wow, look at this thing. I love this image that this person has. I wish I could share it. Well, you can. You can just go capture region, and you can take a picture, right? You can say, right, take a picture of it. File. Save as really cool thing I found on Facebook to share with my friends, right? Save it to where? My desktop, you know. So that's what you do with the screen capture stuff. It's pretty cool, right? And it's free for you guys. All right, so I'm going to get off my Facebook page here. So I showed you that, and then I said, listen, when you start creating ads, because you're going to watch the Craigslist training video on how to create ads, when you start creating them, you can upload them right here, and then they're magically going to appear over here, and they're going to allow you to point them to any page on your website. All right, these are all new upgrades. All right, so I want to show you something here. Talk about any page on your website. All right, let's go look at my website. Now, I've got this page, and you do too. It's called Nosey Neighbors. I named mine 4S Ranch Nosey Neighbors because I'm working 4S Ranch. Right? Let's look at it. You guys all have this page. And it says, watch for 4S Ranch Nosey Neighbors. They know everything. And so will you. When you sign up for my 4S Ranch Nosey Neighbor program, you'll be able to rest assured knowing that nothing will happen in 4S Ranch real estate that you won't know about right away. We'll email you updates on all properties for sale, including for sale by owner properties, properties in escrow, properties falling out of escrow, foreclosures, pre-foreclosures, short sales, and homes that have recently sold. Just tell us who you are and what you're looking for, and we'll make sure you receive automatic, right? So this is my 4S Ranch Nosey Neighbor program. It's a great way to stay on top of what's happening in your neighborhood in terms of real estate. Right? It means you don't have to get out of the car when it's raining to run over the flyer box of the neighbor's house across the street just to discover it's empty like they usually are. Just go in your house and pour yourself a hot chocolate and sit down and turn on the computer. Probably a virtual tour. You can walk through their house from your house when you're a nosy neighbor. Right? You see how that works? And I don't share your information with anybody. Right? And if you want us to turn it off, we'll turn it off. Right? Your information, again, doesn't get shared with anybody. It's safe with us. So think about maybe joining. All right, nice talking to you, folks. Got to go. Bye. Right? That's a nice conversation to have at the door. That's a real nice conversation to have at the door. And remember how I showed you guys how you could print out your website? Right? Imagine if you printed out a picture of your website in color and you laminated it. right? And as you were walking, knocking, talking to people, you could actually use it as a tool to point things out. You could say, hey, let me show you something, you guys. You know, if you go over to my website, my Forest Ranch website that I'm walking, knocking, talking on doors in, that's why it always helps to work a community, right? You guys, you know, if you go over to my website, right, I've got this program because you've got some really nosy neighbors around here. What are you talking about, nosy neighbors? And I turn it into a joke. I laugh. I say, no, check it out. I've got a Forest Ranch nosy neighbor program. You guys can go over here, and I tell them how it works. Hey, nice talking to you, right? And I can give them my business card. But what I would normally do is hand them my newsletter, and I'd have this printed out in black and white. I'd just stick it in there. Here you go, right? Just wanted to let you know about the nosy neighbor program. Great way to stay on top of. Because why am I doing this, you guys? There's a reason. I've learned something, and we all know it, but I've relearned it again and again and again, and I relearn it every day talking to you guys. And boy, let me just share this with you quickly, right? Because it's poignant right now in the moment, and I'm pretty fast at moving in and out of programs here. So let's just scroll down here one more time, right? Here's what I know, right? Here's what I know. That if you want a listing-based business, you got to get out of real estate. You got to become an expert at human relationships right now, you guys. You got to go relate with your farm. You got to relate with your sphere, right? If there's FSBOs out there, go relate with the FSBOs. If there's expireds, you got to go relate with them. You know, if you want short sale listings, you got to go relate with these people on the NOD list. Relating looks like, you know what relating looks like? It looks like this. That's what it looks like. That's where the listings are coming from. I call it shaking the apple tree. It's like you got an apple tree, your past clients, some people, they just sit under it and they wait for an apple to fall out. You could have a system in place where every Friday you actually stand up and shake the tree really hard and a couple fall out. Right? You guys got to be out there shaking the trees. The agents that are shaking the trees are getting the listings. Right? They're shaking the trees at the front door. They're shaking the trees through the mail. Right, with their newsletters and phone calls, they're shaking the trees. Right, and when they're knocking on doors, if the people aren't home, they're leaving a handwritten note and they're stuffing it in the crack of the door, and they're getting follow-up, more follow-up that way. Right, and you guys, if you want, you guys can always call me up and say, "Hey, Chris, I'd just like to schedule a little bit of time with you." Okay, to just get fresh. I just need a kick in the pants, or I need a fresh idea or something like that. Right. So I just wanted to remind you guys that selling direct sales is a relationship-based business. It's not this. Right? You want a buyer-based business? It's hang out in your office behind the computer, talk about what you're going to do for lunch today, play around on Craigslist. Too long. Right? Too long on Craigslist. Too long on Facebook. Like, go on Facebook, go on Craigslist, get that stuff done quickly, and then get back out into the world. Where? Go hold an open house. Go invite all the neighbors. Hand them your newsletter with an open house invite inserted into it. Right? In relationship, let me tell you guys something. If you have a system written down like checklists called every time I take a listing, this is going to be worth another 10 or 12 listings this year for you if you just do this. If you have a system called every time I have a listing, you got a checklist you go by the way. All right, we just took a new listing, just listed flyer gets made, a newsletter gets printed. Right, 100 just listed flyers, 100 newsletters. I walk and knock on 100 doors around my listing. I hand them my newsletter with a just listed insert stuck in it. Hey, here you go. I'm Chris with Keller Williams. Want to let you know I just listed a house down the street. Great time to pick your new neighbors. Here you go. Why am I doing that with a newsletter? Because the newsletter gets shelf life. The newsletter mentions my short sale book. The newsletter mentions a free home value report. Right. The newsletter's got a gadget center and tech center for men. It's got, it's got date night, romance, and how to make candles for his wife. It's got stuff, it's got stuff that'll get shelf life. Right. And so that's contact number one at the door, handing out my just listed. A week later, knock, knock, knock. Hey, here you go. Just wanted to invite you to the open house this afternoon. Come on by. And I stage my open house as I get out a ton of signs. Right. And then when the thing sells, just sold gets printed. Boom. Knock, knock, knock. Then I hand them the just sold. That's a system called every time I take a listing, 100 homeowners around my listing are going to meet me face-to-face 3 times, right? Here's a just listed. Here's an open house invite. Here's a just sold. It might even be 4 times because they come to the open house, right? Every time I take a listing, that happens. Right? You're in the relationship business. If you're doing that, and when the people are coming to your open houses, you're handing out your cards, you're talking about HARP, you're talking about $45,000 relocation assistance, you're talking about how if you can't help people save their homes, you help them stay in it as long as possible and hopefully get paid thousands. Thanks for stopping by the open house and not keeping my book a secret. Come back again next time. Right? Now you're in the relationship business. right? So you have the tools. You guys all have the tools. And guess what? If you don't have the dialogue down yet, don't worry about it because you know the deal. In your back office, click training videos. There's a new video up here, right? A new one, dialogue training, mastering the one-on-one dialogue. You can just watch it. You can just watch it, right? And when you're ready to make your own video for your $45,000 short sale page, here's the dialogue that I use on mine, right? You can copy, and if you want it written down, just ask me. I'll write it down for you, right? Okay, so let's go back to my website. I now have this new sort of farming page I've got called my Nosey Neighbor campaign. And just so you guys know, this stuff is so editable. Look, here's Mike. This is Mike Daniels. And check it out. Let's look at his Bressy Ranch Nosey Neighbors. He got a picture of Bressy Ranch with a nosy neighbor looking over the wall. Right? We can help you do that. You can do it yourself, or we can help you do it. Right? If you've got a farm area and you want to go get a picture of it and put it up here, and we're going to name it after your farm area and get somebody looking over the wall with binos, I'll show you how to use it. And you could even say to me, Chris, could we also, when we make my Nosy Neighbor page, could we put the free book offer right next to it over here? I'd say, sure. Which book do you want? All right, we can put that right here. How much will that cost? Nothing. It's free. Right? You guys are in the club. Right? So who's got a geographic farm area that they're working right now? Right, and they don't have their website currently branded to their farm area, because if you've got a bunch of door hangers, postcards, direct response letters, corrugated plastic banner signs, what neighborhood are you going to choose? You can't pick your city, you can't pick your county. It's too big. Right? You can pick your county in terms of give me an NOD list. I'm going to specifically work some of these NOD properties, but in terms of an area, community, where's your community, you guys? Make a community-based website. People from outside the community will still access it and use it when they stumble upon it, right? But anyway, you're not worrying about people stumbling upon your website because those people don't convert all that well. The people who convert on your website the best are people who, A, either met you before they went to it. Here's what I mean. They came by an open house and they were hanging out talking to you for a while, and they go, oh, cool, cool. Hey, all right. Hey, it's nice talking to you. And they walked out with your flyer, your business card or something, and then 2 nights later they're logging on, they're looking at your website. Right. Those people convert quickly all day long because they come over here and they go, dude, this thing sells itself. I love this guy. Look at all of his stuff. And I met him. That strangers who didn't meet you, that doesn't happen so fast. Right? Who else comes over here and gets converted quickly? Referrals. Oh, you got to talk to my friend Chris. He'll help you. Here's his card. Go check out his website. They come over here and they go, oh, yeah, wow, okay. They call you up too. They just call the number and they go, hey, will you help me? Right. So when there's a relationship present, your website closes the door all day long. So go focus on the people that you have relationships with, getting them to come to your website, and getting strangers to come to your website, strangers on NOD lists, right, or strangers in your farm. How do you get the strangers in your farm and the NOD list to come to your website? Mail it to them. Don't wait. Don't wait for them to come to it. Mail it to them. But don't mail them something weak. Like, don't mail them a bowl of chicken soup that's got like 3 noodles in it and 2 peas on the bottom. And it's like, what is this out of a can of Campbell's? And it looks like somebody already rated it. Right? Don't send that. Right? This thing, if I send this website, if I print this out and send it to somebody in Forest Ranch, they go, whoa, what the heck? Forest Ranch for sale by owners, Forest Ranch nosy neighbors, Forest Ranch homeowner service center, Forest Ranch. Get $45,000 shirts, huh? People want to list with people who know their community. Right. Forest Ranch is a community in San Diego County with about 2,400 homes in it. Most of them are upside down, so we call it Foreclosure Ranch. Right. So now, hey, I got a bucket full of door hangers and postcards and things. Now I'll go use them in Forest Ranch. Right. Okay, so I would have a system in place every week. You guys are either calling NODs up on the phone or you're going to their house, you're knocking on the door, and when they're not there, you're leaving a handwritten note saying, call me up. I've got some important information to share with you. Right, call me. Right, and so if you don't know how to get their phone numbers, do you guys know how to get their phone numbers? You guys know how to get phone numbers when you got an NOD list? You can go over to, there's places you guys can go buy that information. I'm just flipping through my notes here, like looking for a couple right now, like superpages.com. Check out Superpages, like Superman, superpages.com. Intellius, I think it's Intellius.com, Intellius. Those are like places you can cross-reference. You can go get phone numbers sometimes, oftentimes, right? So I'd be doing 25 a day, 50 a day. How many is your community's going to give you? I don't know. Maybe there's not that many. But you guys need to know that the person who gets the relationship gets the listing, right? Who gets the relationship gets the listing. The fastest way to get the relationship is knock on their door and talk to them. The second fastest way is to call them up, right? Now, when you go knock on their door to talk to them, if they're not home, you have to leverage that opportunity to leave a handwritten note. Don't leave the door hanger postcard there. They're going to see it's a printed piece of material and they're not going to respond at a great enough number. If you leave a like if you go out there with a yellow notepad, call me. I got a buyer for your house. Call me. Write your cell phone on it, right? Just stick it in the crack of the door. You'll get a pretty good response rate, right? And what you want to do is go after that house 4 or 5 times. If they don't respond, move on. Just take it off your list. Right. Now, when you go to the house and you do talk to people, if you run into any kind of resistance, like, no, we're going to get a loan mod. Oh, I'm so glad I called you guys. I can help you. I can help you. Are you guys familiar with the HARP 2.0 refi program, by the way? Because I try and steer them away from loan mod. Are you guys familiar with the HARP 2.0 refi program? What's that? That's a government refinance program for underwater homeowners. I got a guy on my team. He's the best guy in the county for getting people approved under HARP. You should go talk to Tom. Hey, I'm going to send you guys some. Check it out. Nothing to sell you. It's a free service. It's a free phone call, and this is what he does. Right? Oh, we've been told we don't qualify for HARP. Good. Go get a second expert opinion. Like I said, there's nothing for him to sell you. And he's not a sales guy anyway. He's a consultant and advisor. Give him a call. Oh, okay. Yeah, let us have your card. See, that's what, when somebody tries to reject me with something about a loan mod, no, I embrace it. Hey, oh, wow, good. How's that working out for you, you guys? Check it out. There's another option, too. Oh, well, we haven't started the loan mod process. Oh, I can help you with that, too. I got all the forms and instructions. Right? So I can help you guys. Now, I've got a page over here called Free Attorney Consult. And pardon me while I cough for a moment. Okay, I've got a page called Free Attorney Consult that I built. Very easy, and I would love to help you build one too, although you probably don't even need my help. It's so easy. Right? And so to give you an idea, facing foreclosure, considering bankruptcy, listen to Joe Marcarelli, a California real estate attorney, discuss upside-down homeowners, foreclosure, and bankruptcy before you do another thing. Right? And if you watch this video, it's just a bankruptcy attorney saying, hey, listen, why would you let the bank foreclose on you if you don't have to? Right? If you're going to come see me for a bankruptcy and you can avoid a foreclosure, I would recommend you avoid the foreclosure. If you can short sell your house, short sell your house. Right? And if you can get $45,000 from the bank, get $45,000 because that'll help pay my fee. I mean, he doesn't say about the $45,000, but that's the gist of his message, right? He's a bankruptcy attorney who does not do short sales. I was very clear on that before I put him over here. Right? And then I'm going to show you one more thing on this page, right? And these pages are so easy to make, I'll help you. I've already got templates built. 4S Homeowner Service Center. Since I'm working 4S Ranch, what I'm getting is pool cleaners, landscapers, handymen, right? I can get my Wells Fargo guy maybe, right? So I'm looking for doggy daycare, right? I'm looking for service providers, businesses that work that community, 4S Ranch out there in Rancho Bernardo, and I'm looking for just one per service, one per industry, and I put them over here. I put them on my website. Right? I put them on my website. This is one place I put them on my 4S Ranch website, Victor's Pool Service, exclusive pool cleaner, right, on my 4S Ranch website, right? But that's not the only place Victor is, because check it out. Check it out, you guys. If you're using your newsletter, right, where you download the monthly newsletter, you'll notice down here that there's something called a Homeowner Service Center. There's a template and instructions on how to build it. Let's look at the sample. You guys have seen this before, but I need to remind you again because it's critical. This is how you get paid, right? This is very smart marketing right here. I'm going to open up a sample of what the Homeowner Service Center template looks like. Right? Let me just shrink it down. It's a one-page piece of paper, 8.5 by 11, 2 sides, right? So you've got room on it for 12 businesses, right? There's my businesses. My landscaper, my pool cleaner, my window cleaner, my doggy daycare people, my lender, they're all there. And, you know, I've got this field. I can edit this field right here. I can change this so it says 4S Ranch. So it becomes the 4S Ranch Homeowner Service Center, right? And I can insert my photo. That's not me, obviously. That's my girlfriend. Just kidding. You can put in your logo. You can put in whatever you want. All your information right here. And this field is for you to put in whatever you want. And then you've just got to pop in these business cards from your businesses. Right? Now, what do I do with this piece of paper? I insert it into my newsletter. The welcome mat. It gets inserted into my newsletter. So check it out. That means if you're part of my exclusive homeowner service center, if you're the pool cleaner in here, not only are you on my website, you're on my homeowner service center template that goes out in the mail every month in my newsletter into 4S Ranch. Oh, wow, how much is that? I don't know. How good of a salesperson are you guys? Right? $100 a month? $50 a month? Well, how many? It's going to depend on how many homes it's going out to, how much traffic you're getting over here. And how do you know how much traffic you're getting over here unless you're using Google Analytics? Right? Which means, got a lot of stuff for you guys today, huh? In your back office, if you haven't done this already, you need to do so. There's a link right here that says Edit Site Settings, and it allows you to plug in what's called a Google Analytics Tracking ID, right? And you can get it for free. This is free. It doesn't cost you a penny. And what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to go over to googleanalytics.com and log in, right, for free. You got to have a Gmail account, but they're free. You can just set it up. And then you can go over and you can check out your website, right? You can just set up a little account. It's free. And you can start tracking who's coming to your website, where they're coming from, right? How long they're spending, what page they're hanging out on, what pages they're bouncing back and forth between, how many of them are new visitors, how many of them are returning visitors, right? You can start tracking all that stuff through Google Analytics for free, right? So if you guys have not yet set up your Google Analytics tracking right here, right? Just click, look, this tells you what it is. It's an ID provided to you when you sign up for a Google Analytics account, right? You can just set it up, right? This is where you put in all your keywords. If you haven't done that yet, by the way, change the color of your website, all that good stuff, right? This is where you do it, right? So you guys can all plug in your Google Analytics tracking, right? Not hard to do. Now, I'm going to show you something here, and this is going to be worth a lot of money. You guys are going to love this. But before I go forward, let me just check the question parking lot here, right? Is there a video on how to make and upload videos? Let me show you guys something here, okay? Let me do that for you right now. I'm gonna build a web page in 30 seconds, and I'm gonna put a video on it. All right. So here's my website. Okay. Let's just go to the home page, and I'm gonna build a page called Submarines. Okay. And I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna click Customize Website. I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom where it says Add a new page, and I'm page ID. I'm gonna call it Sub. Right. And then the page title, I'm gonna call it Submarines. Submarines. Submit. Okay, so I just made a page. It's right here. It's called Submarines. And I can start building it, right? I'm not ready. Watch. Control T. I'm going to go over to youtube.com. And I'm going to type in nuclear submarines. Nuclear submarine missile launch. There we go. Here we go. That looks pretty interesting. Here's a video on nuclear submarine missile launching. And what I'm about to do is I'm just going to come up here into the browser bar, and I'm going to copy this. Copy, right? And then we're done. I don't need to be on YouTube anymore. Okay, we can leave it. I'm going to come over to this page that I'm building, and I'm going to click Edit. And I'm going to type in a headline. Okay, and first I'll just get rid of this text that says Insert Content here. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to put my cursor right here, and I'm going to type in Submarines. Right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that, make it bold, and make it big because it's my headline. Right. I'll make it 24 point, and maybe I want to go with Arial Black. Okay. Submarines. And then I'm going to hit my cursor, and I'm going to come right down here. And you see this little thing that looks like a piece of film? I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to paste that YouTube URL in right here. I'm just going to click Paste. And now I'm going to click Insert. Right. And now we're done. I'm just going to click Submit, and that's it. So let's go back to my menu. And remember, it's not showing on my website yet because I haven't dragged it over there. What I've got to do is I've got to go to my Customize Website menu, and I've got to go to this page called Submarines, and I've got to go put it someplace. Let's put it right there, and let's click Save Changes. Now, if I go to my website and I reload, you're going to see I now have a page called Submarines. Right? And if I click on it, there's a video of a submarine. Right? There's our submarine video. Right? So it's not that hard. I probably could have put my cursor here and pushed it down a little bit further, and I could have written some text about the video that they're about to watch, you know, and then down here I could put my logo and my Gold Foreclosure Alternatives Advisor seal, right? But was that pretty clear? You guys pretty clear on how to insert video? What about the site stats? Chris, have you thought of putting together a to-do list for members to follow on? I already have, Adam. I'll show you where that's at. It's great info, but a little overwhelming at once. And some people, probably me, will just be a deer in the headlights. That's right. And then you wrote, just a thought, can we do the same thing to change out your video on the 45? Yep, absolutely. That's how you would change out the video. Right, so if you wanted to change out the video on your 45K page, you just open it up, delete the one that's there, insert. Okay, so Adam just made a really good point. Like, wow, where do we begin? What do we do first? Well, I would start with this new Fast Start training video again, because the Fast Start training video starts out from beginning. It says, okay, you're brand new, where do you go from here? Right, I would start with just watch this. Right, and then Adam, just know that I'm recording today's webinar. I'm going to email it to everybody over the weekend or on Monday. You'll have it. But listen, I'm going to put this out there to you guys. Everybody that's on this webinar right now is a member, and you're all deserved of my attention. And I want you guys all to win. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my cell phone number right now. But here's the rule: you guys can only text me. Don't call my cell phone, because if I see a number and I don't recognize it, I'm not going to answer it. And because it's a member, hey, and I'm not prepared for the question. I don't know. I'm not prepared. I want to know what you want before I talk to you, right? So I'm going to give you my cell phone number, and you guys can text me, right? And when you text me, you say it's Adam in Santa Rosa. Please call, and then I'm going to call you, and we can schedule an appointment, right? So my cell phone number for you guys. I'll include it in the email, okay, that I send out. I'm not going to put it on here because who knows where this video is going to end up, right? But I'll put it in the email, my cell phone. Direct text my cell phone, you guys, best way to get me. Put yourself to the front of the line and just say, hey, it's Adam in Santa Rosa, call me, right? And then I'll just move you to the front of the queue, okay? But start with the Fast Start training video. Okay, so we've covered quite a bit of stuff. I showed you there's a 2% listing getter letter back here waiting for you to copy. I told you that you can go watch some videos now on how to create Craigslist ads, right? And you can use this free screen capture stuff, and you could upload them, and they'll automatically appear over there. And you can point them to any page of your website. But let me show you something even more cool, This is Mike. We don't need to talk about Mike. This is Rick. Rick shared the letter with us, right? And Rick has got a guy blogging for him, right? Rick's not a blogger. He's too busy. Right, but he has a person who blogs for him for, I think he said he pays about $40 a month for his blogger, right? Excellent blogs, great blogs, right? And Rick's getting Google juice out of this, right? I don't know if he's getting business out of it, right? He's getting business out of it. In fact, I just got another really nice testimonial from Rick. Rick, if you're on here on the webinar right now, I don't even know. If you're on the webinar right now, I just want to say thank you for everything you do. Again, you're awesome. And thanks for your testimonial yesterday. Rick's got his blog linked up over here, right? And Rick's got some great, let's look at his HARP 2.0 refi help page, right? Tom Jacobs is his lender. Tom Jacobs is out in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he does business down in Florida. So if you're in Florida and you guys aren't working with Tom, Tom is your HARP 2.0 guy. And if you're in Michigan, I don't think I've got anybody else in Michigan besides just Larry and Rick. He's your HARP 2.0 guy, right? Now, what's Rick got over here? Rick has got a fabulous video testimonial, right? This is a woman saying, hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know if you guys can hear this, right? Thank you to Rick and Tom for a great job on helping us save our home through the HARP refi. You know, when you came and knocked on our door, Rick, the day we met you and you told us about Tom and all that stuff, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was the best day of our life. Right? Don't you guys wish you had video testimonials like that you could put all over your website? Right? I mean, he's talking about video testimonials, right? He's got a lot of them, right? Why? Because they work. They work. People love to see people saying, hey, listen, you can trust Rick. He helped me and he can help you too. Right? And some of you probably have testimonials that people have given you over the years, like written down, right? Testimonials. Did you know that if you have testimonials right now that you'd like converted into video, you know, for like $5, you could have that done tomorrow. Are you guys familiar with Fiverr? Fiverr.com. Here I am. I'm over at Fiverr.com. Fiverr. You can come over here, and for $5, you can find people. For $5, I'll stand on the back of my bull singing, you know, a song, jumping up and down while holding your logo for $5, and I'll make a video out of it, and I'll email it to you tonight. 24-hour turnaround time. Look, I'll promote your service or product in Spanish. I'll create a video testimonial, high definition, for $5. All these people. You can scroll through here and you can find people, right, that are just sitting at home right now behind their computer desktop waiting for you to send them a testimonial to say, hi, I just want to let you know that Jill Stevens saved my life. One day I was walking down the road and these gangsters jumped out of a truck and they were about to shoot me, but she's got a 6-degree black belt in karate and she flew out of the tree. Right? They'll say anything. They'll make you a nice video testimonial, a video, and they'll send it to you. Here's your video. Right? Here's your video. And so if you've got testimonials, but you don't have past clients who say, yeah, you can come to my house and film me saying it, just send it to the person. Send it to the actor. Say, here it is. Right? And now you guys have all got your own video testimonials. Right? So that when people come to your website, for example, like when people come to your website, maybe you've got a video of somebody right here saying, hey, I just want to say thank you, Chris. You helped us save our home. You helped us avoid foreclosure. You helped us get $27,800 free cash relocation assistance when we didn't even know there was money available. And I just want to say thanks. If you guys are coming over here to Chris's website and you haven't met him before, you're lucky, right? You can have a video testimonial right here on your homepage. Or, like I have, you can have a video of you right here saying, hey, I'm so glad you found my website. Don't be afraid to pick up a copy of my book. It's not a spam trap, right? It doesn't bite. And I don't share your information with anybody. And while I may or may not be the best realtor for you to help you guys through this situation, when you're done reading my book, you'll know how to go find the best realtor for you. I promise you that. In fact, you may not even need one if you've got all the tools in here that you need and knowledge to pull off a short sale on your own if you've got the time and the resources. Thanks for visiting my website. And don't keep my book a secret. Right? You could do that. Video, it's so easy. You guys could do it from your smartphone. Right? And so if you want to know how to really start using video, click Training Video Library. Right? Why don't you guys come watch the video on YouTube for realtors? It takes 30 minutes. It would be really helpful. Right? Now, I don't want to overwhelm you guys with what to do first. Right? Like Adam said, I mean, I'm thinking about that, and I knew that coming into this thing. But what was most important for me to share with you guys today was a couple things. This 2% listing getter letter here and the concept of printing your website out on a piece of paper and handing it to people, mailing it to people, showing people how you can help them. But first and foremost, getting your website up to speed. Where do you like getting the pages all dialed in the way you want it so you're proud of it? You go, good, this looks great. I got my submarines page. Right? Right. And you need help. You're going to need help unless you're just real good. Right? And if you don't need any help, great. I got a lot on my plate. But if you need help, squeaky wheels get the grease over here, for sure. Right? All we ask is that you try first. If there's a video that explains how to do it, watch the video and try. Then if you can't, call us up and say help. Right? And we're on your team. Right? We're on your team. Right. I want this stuff to work for you guys, and it's working for realtors who are working it. Right. Realtors who are knocking on doors right now and telling people, hey, listen, I can help you guys with Harp Refi. I got a guy on my team. He's awesome. Oh, we're done with that stuff. We're toast. Well, listen, you guys want to think about a short sale? Listen, let me give you, right. Realtors are out engaging with people right now, and they're using these tools, and this is their backstop here. Just go over here and check it out. They're going to say, hey, this stuff will work. It's working. It's working. But you guys got to get out in the relationship business. You got to go shake the bushes. You got to go shake that apple tree with your center of influence in the newsletter every month. Now, if you're not using your newsletter, man, that kills me. That kills me, and I'll tell you why. Your newsletter, I can help you get it. Like if you're not using it because you don't know how to put it together in 2 minutes, right? Yeah, I don't have the images that make it look real good. I don't know how, right? Then we got to get past that. Because check this out, you guys. Let's just go over here and let's just go to my downloads, right? Recent places, downloads. Where the heck? Do you guys see something that says downloads? Desktop, documents. Okay, we're going to go to recent places, and then we're going to go to downloads. Well, anyway, I can't find my down. Here we go. All right, let's just go look at something here real quick. All right, we're going to look at a newsletter. Welcome Matt newsletter and a bowl of fruit next to a realtor and me in my Ugg boots. All right, check this out, you guys. Here's a 2-page newsletter. It's a great-looking newsletter. It's great looking. It's designed very smartly for men and women. It's got the man cave down here, right? It's got Operation Gratitude in October. It's got Halloween sweets for soldiers. It's got beer braised beef brisket, funny business. Check out, can you pass this little National Dental Hygiene Month, whatever that is, right? But it's got the kind of stuff that people actually engage with. All these articles that we purchase to put into these things are highly rated. That's why I think I make the best newsletter out there. Oktoberfest time. Right. And this image looks really nice. Chris Silveda, your neighborhood real estate consultant, courtesy of, with that beautiful picture in there and the sign posted. Get a free copy of my book, right? And every month there's a different person yelling. It's a woman, it's a man, it's an Asian guy one month, it's a black woman the next month, it's a white guy the next month after that it's a teenage girl that looks like she's from the Swiss Alps with freckles and her hair in a ponytail, but they're always yelling through a little bullhorn saying, thank you, right? Thanks for not keeping me a secret. Always. Thanks, I can help people with Harapamapapa. Right? So rather than sit underneath the apple tree and wait for an apple to fall out, sending a newsletter to people every month, right, and inserting something into it, like your website, right, like a note, doing that every month is shaking the tree. It's shaking the apple tree. So you guys, people pay a lot of money just to have a direct response newsletter. They pay more than they pay money. Right? And you got a great one. So if you're not using it, let's commit to getting it out there in 2013. Even if you only have 10 people on your newsletter list, that's great. Only 10? I think that's awesome because 10 people, like think about this, 10 people in your county who are old enough to own a home and they're all gainfully employed, right, that like you and trust you, if they start getting your newsletter every month, how many people do those 10 people know? A lot. And 10 people, you go, there's only 10 people. Good, that means your mailing budget, you can afford it. Right? In fact, 10 people, you could probably print this thing out in color and make it beautiful to 10 people every month. Because those 10 people, they all know 15, right? And 10 times 15, that's 150. It's 150 people that are getting your newsletter every month, right? So don't think, oh, it's only 10 people. Get it out there. Start shaking that tree every month with your center of influence, right? Again, you want help? There's videos in your back office on how to put your newsletter together. Right? There's almost a video for everything back there, but there's not quite. So, and anyway, for a lot of you guys, the video won't be enough. You'll need help, and that's okay. I understand that. But today you learned that you can rename all the pages of your website, right? You can do that easily. You can go to your menu and you could, take pages on and off, and you could move them into any stacking order you want. And I'm going to get rid of the submarines pages, right? Just going to get rid of that. You could do whatever you want. Right, you got a new 2%, a great letter thanks to Rick Geese that he was willing to share with you guys back there. There's netting a 2% response for him, right? And there's a bunch of stuff you can do with Craigslist ads now, and there's videos to show you how, right? And if you don't have the Google Analytics plugged in there, you can get that plugged in, right? And listen, if you guys don't have a beautiful masthead like this, how come? Right? How come? Right? Let's get it up there. Let's get it looking good. Right? You can do that. You guys can all do that. You can come back here and you can say order a custom self header, right? And we'll make a beautiful masthead for you. And I don't even know what we charge for it, but it's pretty affordable, right? $69, and we'll make a beautiful header for you. But you know what? I'm going to suggest you guys that's not the biggest priority for you right now, right? But you can do it. You can do it right from your back office. Okay, so I've gone longer than I'd planned on, an hour and 10 minutes, but I did record this today, and I'm going to send it out, like I said, over the weekend. And right now, questions, any more questions from you guys before we wrap this up? Yeah, there's a bunch, so let me read them to you guys. Wow. Okay, we got past that. Wendy, thanks for all your great sharing today. On the home page, how do you change the book to the other book? Oh, that's easy. Watch this, you guys. Menu. Okay, you come over here from your back office. If you click on Edit Site Settings, it says Homepage Book Offer right here. You can just, which book do you want to be on the homepage? If you want to change it, you can just go click, right? So if you want to change the book that's on your homepage from the red one to the blue one, log into your back office, right? Log into your back office. It'll look like this. click on Edit Site Settings, and just right here, just change the book offer. Right, real easy. Same thing on the half a page. If you want to have the red book over there, you can change it. Okay, so that answers that for you. Are you sure you sell real estate? You know, I just took a nice listing. I've got a nice 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. I'm glad you asked that. Check this out, you guys. You'll appreciate this. Am I sure I sell real estate? Customize website menu. I just built a little page about a week ago, hot property. Oh, I deleted it. Yeah, I got a nice little 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, half a block from Windansea, which is a world-famous beach in La Jolla. Beautiful. These things never come on the market, so I plan on selling it 15 times, hopefully by the end of the next 72 hours. Yeah, on the homepage we got that. Are you sure you sell real estate? 1 bite at a time. Great stuff. Yes, overwhelming, but I love it. Thanks. I am in Florida. How do I get Tom's video for website? If you connect with me, I'm gonna build it for you. I'll just put it together for you. Right, you guys, my email, chris@simplelistingsolutions.com. chris@simplelistingsolutions.com is my email. But listen, I'm going to send you an email with this video, and I'm going to put my cell phone number in it for you guys. Right, I want to talk to all of you. I also want your help. If you'd be so kind, if you could, you know, I understand that some of you guys won't ever go to Facebook because, you know, it's evil. But my Facebook page over at the Short Sale Coaching Club, like if you go onto Facebook and you go to the Short Sale Coaching Club, you'll find me. You know, when you guys come over here like Rick Colson and Jerry, who's on here right now, who said some really nice things. Thanks, Jerry. When you guys come over here and post nice comments like, hey, Chris at Simple Listing Solutions, I love you. You're great. Things like that. I love it. That's great. And that just, it does a lot for me. So, you know. So I'm on Facebook at the Short Sale Coaching Club. That's it. Look for the email that's going to go out probably late Sunday or first thing Monday morning for you guys with a recording of this. And then let's get your websites up and to where you want them to be, right? And so if your HARP 2.0 page is not built, here's what I'm going to need from you: a picture of your lender, right? Their logo, what's their web address, right? I'm going to need all their stuff to put over there. Right. So if you want to just go get it together, that'd be a great fast start. Now, if your lender's willing to take a big step and make a nice video, you should just have them go to my demo site at experthomeassist.com and look at it. Have them go to the HARP 2.0 page and say, hey, could you make a really cool video to put right here? Only needs to be a minute long. What should I say? You should just say, hey, my name is Assistant. Don't be afraid to give me a call. I can help you guys. It's a free service. I'd love to talk to you. Just a nice, friendly little intro. Right. If your lender would put together a video like that, all the better. All the better. Get that to me too, and then I'll make that page really nice for you. Right now, do you have a bankruptcy attorney? Do you have a bankruptcy attorney? Because if you do, you know, I can help you build a free attorney consult page. Right? Get an attorney over here. You just want to make sure that the attorney doesn't do short sales. If they don't do short sales and they want to be over here because you're going to promote them, because I can show you how to make Craigslist ads facing foreclosure, free attorney consult. You know, facing foreclosure, considering bankruptcy, you can put a little picture like this next to it. Free attorney consult, right? And then, you know, I'm going to promote you. I'm going to market your services. I'm going to have a web page for you branded over here and put you in my newsletter. Really? Yeah, it's only $150 a month. Yeah, everybody else pays $50. I know, but you're a lawyer, right? So you guys could do that. If you got a free attorney consult, we can get one over here, right? And I'll help you do it. I'll help you do it. I'll review this 3 to 4 times as soon as possible. Good, Don. Awesome. Got to go. Hey, Dave's helped. Thanks for stopping in, you guys. Dave's helped Scott and I out with the website. He is very good to work with. Yeah, you guys, listen. I'm glad you said that, Wendy. Thank you. Your IT support is not me. IT support for you guys at Simple Listing Solutions is really easy. It's Dave, D-A-V, at simplelistingsolutions.com. Any IT support you need, just send him an email, and he's on your team. Okay, so thanks, you guys. Got another short sale approved from door knocking for $500K. I also met the bank, and he wants to meet you so he can help your realtors. Jenny, I love it. Let's do it. Let's hook up. In fact, you're here in San Diego, Jenny. Call me up. Just call me up. Let's have lunch. Get more life, doc. No hardship, no financials, no short sales. I will call you after. You will help me create a marketing piece for his SLS back office, and I'll share with all the agents. Thanks for inviting me to this webinar, Chris. Very impressive system. I want to talk about it. Thanks, you guys. So there's a phone number here. You want me to call you? Oh, yeah, Denver. I was talking to you. I'll call you. Good, you guys. What attorneys do not do short sales? They're out there. Great presentation. Thanks, Jerry. Why not get an attorney who does short sales? Well, you don't want them taking your business, right? You don't want them taking your business. Thank you guys. All right, good. Go do good work, and thanks for not keeping me a secret.